In this video, I'm going to take apart my Honeywell Airgenius 5 air purifier, which I bought at Target. It was $220, but I actually brought it back, and I'll tell you why a little later. And so on this video, what we'll be doing is, with video, we'll be taking you through the control panel and inside the machine to see the filters, and I'll cover some of the specs of the machine, square footage, warranty, and then some of the pros and cons, which are going to include the warranty. And then we'll do a little comparison of it. So let's first take a look at the control panel. Here's the control panel of the Honeywell Airgenius 5. So I'm going to push on the power button. It's got nice looking controls. A couple things. It's got a timer. 2 hours, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oops, works. Timer if you want to leave it on a timer. Or just leave it as I just set it here, just leave it that it's on all the time. The purification level, a little misleading. It's actually the fan speed, as you'll hear as I push the button. Basically just gets faster and slower. So it's really not a purification level, it's really the fan speed level. And then you can put it on oscillate, and it'll go back and forth, as you can see, like that. We'll let it come back, then I'll shut it off. Accent light, high or low. Basically, I don't know what that does. It doesn't do anything. And then you can click a button here to check the filter. But that actually doesn't work. So that's the control panel. So I'm not going to take the back of the machine off. We'll take a look at the filters. So there's the back pops off. Inside is a little thin foam. Piece of foam, and that's washable, so that's going to pick up some dust and air. And then you have your Honeywell filter. Now here's an interesting thing about it. It's not a HEPA filter. You do have to replace it every number of years, even though it says permanent. It's not. Even in their manual it says every 3 years you got to change it. But one of the things about it is you can actually see through it. So it's not a HEPA filter, and it's only going to gather about 1/10 as much dust and hair. But as you can see, I'm looking at the sun here, you can see through the filter. So basically it's a big plastic honeycomb type of a filter. Now the other optional filter you have is for odor. And this is it. It's a little gas and odor reducing pre-filter. It's pretty thin, as you can see. I'm going to open this one up. And that'll go inside instead of the dust filter that's in there. So it's basically 3 filters at most. But these are about $36, believe it or not, for that. So, and I can actually see through this too. So the odor VOC part of it, not that impressive. The dust and filter, it's nice. You can wash this and get a couple years out of it. I haven't been able to find a price of what it's like to replace it. And you certainly want to dry it off well, because there's so many little pockets in there that it can create mold. So there's your filters inside the 3-stage Honeywell Airgenius 5. Okay, so actually it's really 2 stages, because you can only use either the foam one or the odor eater one. But so as I mentioned, $220 at Target. The square footage is 220 square feet is what it'll cover. So it's kind of a small room air purifier. And so easy math there between the price and square footage. It's about $1 a foot. That's kind of expensive for any air purifier, even one that has more than 2 technologies and no HEPA. So the 2 filters we just mentioned, it's got a 5-year limited warranty. If you have to return it, it's going to cost you the shipping back to the manufacturer, plus you have to send them a check for $15 for them to send it back to you. So there's going to be some extra costs if you have problems with it. I guess with Target you can bring it back to the store, as I did, if you have a problem, for the first, I think, 30 days. Amazon has a challenge that they will not take back repairs or replacements or problems. You're going to deal with Honeywell directly if you have a problem with it like that. So that's just a few of the specs there. So the pros are, it's a washable filter. It'll last about 3 years, the honeycomb one, that is. The other ones you got to change every 3 months is what they were saying. It is quiet. It's got a slim design. It's got a warranty. I like the control panel on it. The cons are it really only has two technology, no HEPA, nothing that'll help bacteria, germs, and virus. Even on, if you notice on the control panel, it says germs as one of the settings, but it has absolutely nothing for germs, believe me. And then $1 a square foot is kind of expensive. And then it has some warranty problems. So I thought we'd do a little comparison between the Honeywell Airgenius 5 air purifier and the Alive air purifier. And we know the Airgenius 5 is two stages, 220 square feet, a 5-year warranty at $220. The Alive Air has 9 stages. It's got HEPA, your best for pollen, dust, and particles and hair. It's got UV for germs, bacteria, viruses, carbon for odor. And these filters are bigger than the ones in the Airgenius to begin with. It's got electrostatic for pollution and odor. It's got a pre-filter, which is washable, which is bigger. And it's got TiO2, which is also helps with germs, bacteria. It's got negative ion, which helps with odor out in the room. And it also just kind of enlivens the air. You'll actually think better and sleep better with negative ions in the air. And then it has sensors which detect automatically what's going on in the air. And it'll do 860 square feet, or about 34 cents a square foot. So for $77 more, you get HEPA. You also get something that does 3 to almost 4 times more than the Honeywell will do. And it's got a 5-year limited warranty, which includes the shipping from them back to you if it needs repair or changes. And then this is a list, an example of the 9 technologies in the Alive Air. And what I like about the 9 technologies is this. Besides getting rid of pollen, viruses, odors, and dust, it also helps the immune system work less because you're covering more bases, getting more things out of the air 9 ways so the body can rest and recover. So anyway, there's a link to the Alive Air machine. There's also some videos which take you inside those filters so you can see them. So there's a link below if you want to check out the Alive Air. And thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to take apart my Honeywell Airgenius 5 air purifier, which I bought at Target. It was $220, but I actually brought it back, and I'll tell you why a little later. And so on this video, what we'll be doing is, with video, we'll be taking you through the control panel and inside the machine to see the filters, and I'll cover some of the specs of the machine, square footage, warranty, and then some of the pros and cons, which are going to include the warranty. And then we'll do a little comparison of it. So let's first take a look at the control panel. Here's the control panel of the Honeywell Airgenius 5. So I'm going to push on the power button. It's got a nice